Hey guys, it's Numistacker. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're a fan of British coins, you may want to watch the Royal Mint website at about 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for an important new release. Meanwhile, a number of people have said to me, please can I bring back the mega results set of videos and just show people the kind of coins that are coming back from grading and the kind of results that people are getting. And I am more than happy to oblige. And so over the next few weeks, I'm going to bring you a number of more traditional videos featuring all of the wonderful coins that are being sent for grading and some of the results, the good, the bad and the ugly, including this cleaned one. And when there are good results, then I'll show those. When there are lousy results, then I'll show those. But you guys can have some fun seeing what other people are sending for grading and how they're coming back from NGC. Since the modern coin market went into the doldrums, there have been a lot more people sending older coins in for grading, though you'll see in the next few videos that it's a pretty even thing with lots of modern coins still being graded. And I'm going to be able to show you some of the brand new Britannia coins that have been graded with the new Britannia ink label, which is pretty cool. So let's have a look at some of these coins. And you can see here, this one is a very, very good condition halfpenny. Exactly the kind of thing that if you collect older coins you might want to send in for grading. Got a 64 RB for reddish brown tinge on this lovely copper coin, and that's a really great coin. This one has been in somebody's collection for a fair amount of time, I think, and it was just picked out as a coin that they wanted to send in for grading. It's an 1834 half crown, a really nice genuine coin that got a pretty good result. I'm not particularly au fait with Libyan coins, so this one isn't going to get very much of a description, but any of you guys that know a bit of the history of these are welcome to butt in the comments below. One here that unfortunately was cleaned from Sierra Leone. I have to confess that my favourite coins in this box are the British ones, although there are some others that are really interesting as well. But I particularly like historical old British coins very much. So this one here is a good example of the kind of thing that I love. This is a shilling from 1787. Nice genuine coin, even tone, lots of detail. You can see this one is the hearts variety. You can see on the shield on the right hand side those little hearts peeking out. And this next one is interesting. It's got the lettering SSC, which stands for the South Seas Company that traded African slaves to Spanish Americas at around that time. This one's a sixpence from 1696. Another nice genuine coin, an XF45. You know, a lot of these coins don't have to get superb grades. It's nice if they don't come up cleaned or any kind of details grade like this one. It's always a benefit, but it's always difficult to predict what NGC is going to do, because so many of these coins have over the years been cleaned and retoned, and very few of them are totally untouched over hundreds of years. Where can you find these kind of coins if you want to pick them up ungraded? You can try some of the key auction companies like Baldwin's, St James's, DNW, Coinery, any of those kind of sources often have a good variety of ungraded coins that are in good condition, suitable for grading. The key thing to remember when picking up ungraded coins is ideally go and look at them at a preview for the auction, and if you can't do that, ask the direct question to the auctioneer whether those coins are likely to be problem coins in grading, because a lot of the descriptions are not incredibly accurate, although I think people are much more aware of this than they used to, and a lot of the auction houses are trying even harder to tell people in advance that if a coin is a problem for grading, and you'll see they'll use language like boldly struck, which often means a details coin, or tooled, or slight marks or edge marks or bruising, or they'll do something that caveats the absolute description that they give. So if you go to, for example, a coin cabinet auction description and they say almost extra fine, and they don't say anything else, it's quite likely that coin will be problem free. But if they make any other description apart from that, it's quite likely to be a coin that has some kind of problem. So always ask the coin auction company for extra information wherever you're not sure. According to a lot of collectors I talk to, the crown market is becoming a little bit kind of, hyped up and expensive. So I've noticed a lot of collectors of pre-decimals are now looking further down the spectrum and trying to pick up good quality half crowns, florins, shillings, sixpences, and so on. I think quite often the real bargains remain the copper coins, which are in many ways just as rare in high quality condition as any of the silver coins, and are sometimes just that little bit cheaper for no other real reason apart from the fact that they're made of copper. That particularly applies to things like the 1826 and 1831 proof coppers, which really should be a whole load more expensive than they actually are in practice. What are people grading right at this minute? Well, I've noticed that there's a lot of coins coming in which are made for the island of St Helena by the East India Company, and you're getting quite a lot of stuff coming in because people just like the coins. I think they choose styles of coins, and for example, Three Graces, Una and the Lion, things which they know there's going to be a really good market for, and they produce those again and again and again, and generally they sell very well. Quite a few of those people are grading the coins, and I don't know whether that's a really, really good idea or what the market is likely to be going forward for the next couple of years on those, but there's quite a lot of buyers. This one's interesting. This was graded by a friend of mine, Solomon Islands coin, big football fan. Unfortunately didn't get the Magic 70, which is a shame. This is a coin of mine that I grade. I often just slip in a couple of coins that I have lying around, and particularly Germania coins, and I think it's nice to get them graded as first releases because very few of these ever get graded, so the populations are very, very low, and there's quite a few people who are interested in those coins to pick up. I think there's also a growing following amongst collectors for tiny gold coins. Tiny gold coins don't need to be very expensive because there's not much gold in them, and I think they're one of those coins that people feel safe in putting them into a slab because it's a much better way of presenting them than having them in their packaging or in a tiny capsule. They're much more visible in the slab and they're not very expensive, so I'm seeing a lot more of those coming in for grading. Some of the other coins coming in for grading more recently include the brand new Tudor Beasts range, and I think The Tudor Beast range is a little bit of a copycat range compared to the Queen's Beasts range, but there will be another 10 coins over a number of years in the Tudor range. And it may be that, you know, fewer people will buy them and they'll prove to be slightly more desirable and rarer even than the Queen's Beasts range. And it's going to be interesting seeing what's happening in the market. You can see from the first ones that have been sent for grading, there's been quite a few of them, but I don't think quite the level of interest of the Queen's Beasts. So what will happen? Too early to tell, and we'll see what's going to happen as it unfolds over the next 2 or 3 years in terms of what happens to the mintages. Third-party grading comes under quite a bit of stick as, you know, a kind of flipper's paradise, or people doing it for money purely, an investment. But you can see from a lot of these coins that are coming back, there's quite a lot of fun still in the hobby, and lots of people choosing grading, not necessarily for absolute investments, but because they just like the slabs, they like the protection they offer, they like all the positive aspects of grading. And you see quite a lot of silver coins, quite a lot of coins that maybe the grading cost isn't really adding a huge amount of value onto, and people grading just for the sheer fun of collecting, and that's really a lot of what it should be. So that's all there is from me at the moment, and I hope to provide a little bit more fun with mega results over the next couple of weeks. So watch out for more videos in the series, and good luck with the new issue tomorrow.